Hi, I'm Johnny. I'm the head of remarketing at Solv Protocol. First of all, I'd like to thank Calibri Group for inviting me to this episode. I know that previously Mike, our co-founder, has come to your channel to give you an introduction to Solv Protocol. Not surprisingly, a lot has changed within our team structure. Doesn't matter if it's the products or the overarching philosophy, we're kind of permeating across everything we do. In any event, it's a great pleasure to be here. And without further ado, I would like to talk to you about Solv Protocol, more specifically who we are and what we're doing right now. For those of you who don't know, Solv Protocol is a decentralized marketplace where users can create, use, and trade on-chain financial instruments or financial NFTs. We're going to get to the financial NFT part in just a little bit. I'd like to kind of briefly expand on what is motivating us to get into the specific area that is financial instruments first. Financial instruments have been in huge demand throughout the entire human civilization. We have a rock solid evidence for the earliest use of bonds in the region of Mesopotamia 5,000 years ago. And in 1600s, we're looking at a rise of commercial papers, both in the West and in the East. And today there's this myriad of financial instruments that are available to virtually everyone in our society, thanks to the digital revolution that has happened in the late 20th century. Now, with the rise of blockchain technology, we believe that we can take this even further. And that's why we've created financial NFTs. It's not just a name we made out of thin air. It's actually powered entirely by a new token standard called ERC-3525. This token standard can allow people to tokenize smart contracts. And how this happens is that those smart contracts are pre-coded by our team and designed to serve everyday people like you and I, how traditional financial instruments in their most advanced form would serve them. Except that now these smart contracts are embedded or pre-packaged into ERC-35 token, 3525 tokens. So that not only can they express the most sophisticated financial contracts that you can think of that involves any sort of digital assets, be it Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, stablecoin. So not only can they do that, but because they're tokens, you can actually trade them on an on-chain decentralized marketplace, like you would any art NFTs. So that's the whole idea behind financial NFTs or tokenized smart contracts. And I would say the naming system for these tokens pretty much owes itself to the uniqueness and expressivity of the traditional non-fungible tokens, because we think that each and every financial instrument ever created is unique, but not so unique that a person can still trade it with others based on, for example, the amount of the underlying assets involved in such a token, rather than the actual terms that dictate the behaviors of those assets. I'll give you two examples, which just happens to be the products we have rolled out in the past 6 months. The first example is what we call the vesting voucher. The whole concept is pretty basic. It is a token that represents some sort of token vesting contract. How it works is that one party locks up a certain amount of assets, it could be any asset, into a financial NFT. And that NFT is going to vest those tokens over a period of time in a flexible way. It could be immediate vesting, linear vesting, or custom vesting. The bottom line is that whatever locks those assets into it has the power to dictate the behaviors of the contract governing the assets inside. Now, obviously, we have seen vesting in a lot of traditional use cases in legal sector or corporate sector, but what has changed with the vesting voucher, and we've briefly talked about this earlier, is that people can now buy, sell, and transfer their rights to the future tokens to anybody. A lot of VC investors are using this. Crypto projects are using this to sell tokens while avoiding price dilution, because remember, this is a vesting tool users who bought vesting vouchers usually have to wait a period of time to receive the tokens inside. So at the same time, it kind of offers those projects a way to build long-term and sophisticated user base. I say sophisticated because this is still DeFi. You still need a wallet and know what NFTs are to be able to do those things. Our second product, and actually there are another product that we've sort of mastered into this one, and it's called the bond voucher. Right? A bond voucher is essentially a zero coupon bond with optional convertibility into project tokens in the case where the trading price of the project token has reached a predefined strike price. It's pretty much like how a call option works, right? It was launched in February this year, and we've already seen quite a few crypto projects and DAOs use the bond vouchers to raise capital at a much lower costs than mainstream financial avenues like Compound, Aave, or token sales. It's been particularly popular among early DAOs or DAOs that need to diversify their treasuries when the market is down. And then there is this off-chain price discovery mechanisms for projects and potential buyers to negotiate things like APR, term to maturity, payment methods, and stuff like that. And once the bond voucher is listed, investors can buy any amount of issuance and receive the pro rata payment when the bond matures. Now, because it's a bond, there's more complications than allocation management tools such as vesting vouchers that I just mentioned, because vesting vouchers is way more simplistic than bond. The risk involved with bonds, as a lot of people know, is the risk of defaults, right? Our job as a platform is to first and foremost ensure the credit quality of the project issuing the bonds through Solv is good enough, and they know that there are several policy modules, including option to collateralize the bond, the option to draft an IOU statement and issue it on chain, and of course the option to bring in other parties to sort of use the funds the proceeds of the bond voucher sale in a joint custody in order to maximize transparency on the project side, so investors will feel happy and safe. So that's only some of the things that we're doing to kind of add to the full-scale service we have around this project. Sorry, I meant product. In terms of numbers, we're very proud of the track record the bond voucher is building. Right now, we are looking at over 17 million in volume, and our own protocol is planning on a 15 million bond voucher debut in the coming weeks, and our community is very, very excited about that. And right now, our team is actively exploring ways to make the best use of this amazing infrastructure of the bond voucher in order to apply it to even more interesting use cases. One of them is commercial papers. We feel it's going to be a significantly important use case because it will fully exploit the usage of financial NFTs as an account that you can pay and receive money from. This has never been done before, and we're just so thrilled to see people actually take advantage of the flexibility, intelligence, and the expressivity of the ERC-3525 tokens, and the fact that they can act like personal accounts. And so I'm going to put up a video that our team has created a few weeks ago and kind of help expand on the final feature of the ERC-3525 that I've just discussed. The video runs about 4 minutes and is recorded by me. So please, I hope you enjoy. And this will be all from me. Once again, thank you for inviting me to this episode of your channel. I wish you all success. And if you're listening and are intrigued by anything that I just said, we have our community on Discord, Telegram, and you can find the link tree under our official Twitter profile. Our Twitter handle is @Solv Protocol. It spells SOLV PROTOCOL. Thank you very much. Thank you, Calibri. We hope to see you soon.